The moment a hospitality business opens its second location, the operational math breaks. You enter what operators call the software dead zone. The single-site tools you relied on suddenly lack the oversight you need, but the massive enterprise systems used by national chains are far too heavy to implement. Look at this scale mapping restaurant sizes. The dead zone specifically traps UK hospitality groups operating between 2 and 10 locations. Operating here without clear data is dangerous. Between general inflation and the upcoming April 2026 business rates revaluation, multi-site estates carry highly uneven cost exposure. When you run multiple venues, finding out your margins dropped 30 days after the fact is a direct threat to the survival of the group. Group owners face a tough dilemma. They need tight, centralized financial control over multiple locations, but they cannot force their head chefs to spend hours doing back-office data entry. To solve this, operators generally choose between 3 paths: sticking with manual spreadsheets, upgrading to heavy enterprise platforms, or adopting middle-tier software like Jelly. Deciding between them means measuring the hard financial cost of the software against 2 specific returns: the owner's control gained and the chef's time saved. Enterprise solutions typically extract their costs through per-user fees that compound as your team grows, while middle-tier options favor a predictable, flat-rate pricing model. There is no perfect software. Your decision comes down to which specific operational trade-offs your growing group is actually willing to make. This matrix breaks down the inputs. Spreadsheets have 0 financial cost, giving you complete flexibility, but costing a single menu item takes an average of 28 minutes. On the other extreme, enterprise platforms demand variable per-user fees and require weeks of complex IT configuration. Those heavy systems provide deep, hyper-customized governance for the finance team, but they create so much operational friction that working chefs simply stop using them, killing any agility at the site level. Neither extreme works for a growing group. Spreadsheets starve owners of actionable data, and enterprise systems drown individual sites in unmanageable complexity. Jelly occupies the middle tier. It sacrifices infinite enterprise customization in exchange for a flat, predictable fee of £129 per site each month. To make this work, the group owner has to accept a strict operational trade-off. You must standardize an approved supplier list centrally, rather than letting each individual site buy whatever they want independently. In week 1 of implementation, operators must commit to routing every single supplier invoice into Jelly via an email forward or a quick photo, feeding the automated system. The return on that strict routine is speed. By automatically populating ingredients from digitized invoices, the time it takes to cost a dish drops from 28 minutes down to just 3 minutes. The immediate return on investment for this middle-tier software is eliminating back-office administration so your head chefs can return to the kitchen. Tracking costs is only half the equation. To get live margin visibility, you have to connect the costing software directly to your venue's point-of-sale system via an API integration. Jelly specifically requires POS ecosystems like Square, ePOS Now, Lightspeed, or Toast. You will need to secure the correct admin permissions from your POS provider before you can set this up. This interface shows how live POS sales data maps to ingredient costs. Every dish gets a live percentage indicator that updates dynamically, flipping from a red warning state to a positive green state based on current data. The system also runs price alerts. The exact moment an invoice is processed, it flags every supplier price movement, handing chefs concrete evidence for immediate negotiation. Having real-time visibility moves multi-site management away from month-end guessing games. It becomes a daily practice of proactive margin control. Food costing software acts as an enforcement mechanism for your business processes. It cannot substitute for them. We can map out exactly who needs what using this decision tree. If you operate exactly one site, stick to spreadsheets and your basic POS reports. An operator with low menu turnover, stable margins, and 0 need to coordinate across different postcodes simply does not need to pay a monthly software fee. Following the other branch, large groups scaling past 10 locations should absolutely invest in enterprise platforms. These larger operators possess dedicated back-office administrative teams. They need complex custom routing rules, and they have the revenue volume to absorb variable per-user pricing. Outgrowing a simple spreadsheet does not automatically mean your business has the infrastructure to support a heavy enterprise system. That leaves the specific profile built for Jelly, the 2 to 10 site group grossing over £500,000 in annual revenue. These operators feel the friction daily. Their working chefs refuse to update massive spreadsheets, and the owners discover supplier price hikes weeks after they actually happened. To fix it, this specific operator must choose operational simplicity and flat rate pricing over the lure of infinite enterprise customization. When implemented correctly, operators see a massive drop in month-end bookkeeping time and report an average 2 percentage point improvement in their gross profit. Scaling a hospitality group requires letting go of manual, single-site habits. Choosing the correct middle-tier tool protects your bottom line without sacrificing the culinary speed of your individual venues.